Okay guys, welcome. My name is Benedict and I'm representing Software Academy. So in this video, we are going to be looking at different types of counts, right? Some of us might be aware of the count function, but we are going to be looking at other types of counts like count A, count blank, count if, and count ifs. So let's take a look at them. So here, these are the different types of counts we'll be looking at. The count A, count blank, count if, and count ifs. So let's start with count. So what is count? So count is used to count only numbers in range of cells. So what that means is this: if I have range of cells that contains data, count will only count numbers. It's not going to count text. It's not going to count boolean. It will count numbers, maybe floats or dates and stuff like that. That is what count will do. So let's try it practically and see what we mean by that. All right, so now you can see we have this data here. We have this date, we have this uh, number, we have this float, we have this boolean as false, we have this text written as rise. So count is only going to count these numbers. It won't count this false and rise. So let's try the formula. So the formula here is equal to count, open parenthesis, then select the first cell, select the last cell, then close your parenthesis and now type what? Enter. Now this is giving me what? 3. Like I said, it counted these numbers. This is a floating, this is just the normal number, and this is just it. So it's giving us 3. So let's look at the next type of count, which is count A. Okay, so count A is a function used to count non-empty cells. So basically, unlike count A will count everything in the range of cell, right? So if you have range of cell, count A will count everything. Unlike, but count will only count digits. Count A will count everything, both text, both boolean, you name it. So let's look at it practically. Okay, so here for count A, you can see we have this data here. Like I said, count A will count everything. So let's put in the formula. So equal to count A, I press tab, open my parentheses, select the first range, select the other one, close my parentheses and do what? Press enter. So it's giving us what? 5. So that is count A for us. So let's take a look at count blank. Okay, for count blank, this function is used to count blank cells. Are we together? So I think this is self-explanatory. This is used to count blank cells. So if there is, it's not going to count cells that contains data. It's going to count cells without data. Are we together? So let's look at that practically. Okay, for count blank, you can see we have 2 blank cells here. So this is going to return true. 2. I beg your pardon. So let's enter the formula. Count blank. So select this, close the parenthesis, and press enter. So by the way, this is called parenthesis, not a lot of people call this thing bracket. So it's called parenthesis, not bracket. So press enter, and that's so this returns 2. So let's take a look at count if. Okay, count if. Now, count if allows you to count items in a range of cells using one criteria. Did you hear that? Now, count if allows you to count what? Items in a range of cells using one criteria. Take for example, if I want to count, if I have range of cells, right? I have range of cells, I want to count the number of a particular item in that range of cell. I'll use what? Count if. So let's look at it practically to get clearer. Okay, now here, so we are looking at count if. Now here if I want to know how many times plantain occurs in this very list or in this very range, so I'll use what? Count if. So count if allows you to count items based on a particular criteria. So here I'll put my equal to, can I say count if. So I select this guy, select this other guy, put my comma, then which criteria am I going to use? Let me use plantain. I'll just select plantain. And just so what are we trying to do here? So we are trying to ask ourselves, how many times did plantain occur in this range or in this list? Or how many plantain do we have in this very food menu or in this very list? So I press enter. So that's that. It's giving us two. All right. So you can see we are using just little amount of data. If it's a very big amount of data, you will appreciate this function a lot. Okay. So let's look at count ifs. So the next thing we are going to be looking at is what? Count ifs. Okay. Count ifs. So what is count ifs? Now count ifs allows you to count items in range of cells using more than one criteria. It can also be used to replace what? Count if you only have what? One criteria. So count ifs allows you to count items in a range of cells using more than one criteria. Are we together? So you can see the formula now. So you can see we have this B2 all the way to B10 is a range of cell, and the criteria we are using now is what? 2019. So we have another range of cells C2 to C10, and which other criteria we are using now is plantain. So count ifs allows you to count range of cells using more than one criteria. So basically what we want to do is this: we want to know how many plantain was cooked in 2019. So that's basically that. So how many plantain was cooked in 2019, if that would make sense. So let's look at it practically so you can understand what this formula is all about. Okay, so here, this is it. So we want to know how many plantain was cooked or prepared in 2019 using what? COUNTIF. COUNTIF allows you to count item using more than one criteria. Are we together? So we can put our formula anywhere in this place. So here's count, count ifs, then select my range of cells. So here I can select this all the way to this, put my comma, then which criteria now? 2019. Now select another, select all the way to this, put my comma here, which criteria now? Plantain. Then put my parenthesis and now hit what? Enter. So that's that. So count if is used to select item using more than one criteria. So that is how to use different types of counts. Once again, my name is Benedict. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And we have a training coming up on data analytics. So in this, our training data analytics, we look at Excel, SQL, Power BI, and a little bit of Python. So thank you and see you in class.